I pressed record and now I'm talking. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ari, and if it's your first time on my YouTube channel, I would love to first of all say thank you so much for doing everything that you do to take care of yourself. Thank you so much for choosing every single choice that you did, because you are doing the best that you can. I judge myself a lot, and I'm already judging that this is so deep. And I'm thinking back to that thought, yeah, this is deep. Let me tell you what's been happening in my life lately. Lately, I've had a couple moments of wondering if some of the thoughts that I'm aware of, if they are coming from me or where exactly they come from. I've been exploring that a lot. I'm obsessed with the nature of thought. I'm a meditation guide, and I help people with their journey, their personal journey of self-discovery. I help create some fun designs of it, making it more of what you want it to be through that's not exactly how I wanted to say it, but what I want to say is that I'm a meditation guide, and I support people with their personal journey of self-creation. I'm a meditation guide, and I support people with their personal journey of self-discovery and life creation. This is work that I started doing in 2019. It's been on and off for a really long time. I'm working with 2 people right now, and I'd like to take on 2 more people and see what it feels like to be working with 4 people at the same time. I feel like that's a really good number. So if for every reason throughout any time and space you'd want to look into doing some meditation sessions with me, doing some self-discovery and life creation with me, you can send a link in my bio, and I will send you... Guys, I don't know what's up with my brain today. You can send me an email. My email is going to be in the link in my bio. Take that email, send me an email, tell me a little bit about yourself, just give me a quick summary, and tell me you're interested in my sessions, and I will tell you what they're all about. I'll send you an email back. I am going to have it up on my website. I just hit a snag last night with the website configuration, and I'm like, ugh, and I still feel the need to bring it out into the world. So this is like a pre offering, and soon I'll have it like all neat and organized on my website. So there's no rush to reaching out to me to be able to work with me. Anyways, yeah, so that's where my obsession with thought that is what my obsession with thought has grown into. My obsession with spirituality and self-awareness and thought and emotion and all the self-help things has evolved into this beautiful practice that I have been nurturing and caring for so long. This video is not about my personal business or anything like that at all. That's a big part of me, so it's loud and it's like, here we go. But anyway, so I wanted to tell you a little bit about an experience that I had recently, and then I want to sing a song for you. So I'm gonna put my glasses on so that I can read my lyrics. I feel like I've made it. Like, I have that feeling because I have a YouTube channel that has over 500 subscribers. I never thought I would even be able to make a video. I used to be so self-conscious that it was deliberating, that's not the word I'm looking for, debilitating. And I mean, usually I'm not, like, usually I don't have trouble with speaking and I have to re-say what I'm saying for some reason. I think because I know that I'm singing, my brain's a little bit in that fear. And I actually do want to explore that fear because I don't just want to leave it in my body. I'm gonna take a deep breath real quick, and this is one of my favorite things about YouTube because it is a creative process. I'm creating a talk, I'm creating an experience that you are having right now. Not in like a weird way, but I have the power and the control right now. That's what you have as a creator. Like, not in a bad way at all, but I have control over what word you're gonna hear next. That's a lot of control. That's very significant for someone like me that believes that my mind creates my reality and my thoughts are going to influence my state of being, and my state of being is going to generate my actions, and my actions are going to create my world. What I choose to listen to and what you choose to listen to, it's all super duper important. So back to exploring what's inside me. And I was saying that one of my favorite things about this creative thing that I'm doing by making this video is that I can have stuff come up while I'm creating, and I can show you how I look at myself, especially when the emotions are intense like they are right now. I would describe this as intense. I have an intense emotional experience happening right now in this moment, and I don't want to just keep going and just keep talking like there's nothing inside me that matters. For me, if I were to keep going from my perspective and from my experience, that would be adding more experiences to self-abandonment. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna tell myself, hey, you are the most important person here right now. And maybe you can do this with me. Didn't plan on doing a guided meditation, but here we go. Deepening your own personal practice. Maybe you need to hear these words right now, but I know I need to hear these words right now. I need to know that I am important. You matter. The emotional state that you are in matters to me. And I'm so sorry that it didn't seem like it earlier when I just went on and on with this intellectual talk about self-abandonment and about the control that I have with how I can share whatever I want to share. And I'm so sorry that my passion was so loud that it started to scare you a little bit. I got a little bit scared. I got a little bit scared of that energy, and now I'm starting to feel a lot more calm. This experience can be very much one of pressure. And you guys, as my audience, you're not doing anything that's giving me pressure. Like, if anyone's going into blame right now, I mean, do what you need to do to self-regulate, but please, like, you are perfect. You are enough. You are wonderful. You're an amazing audience. It's all self-inflicted. I'm used to being in a state of pressure. So another thing about me is that I do this full-time. I'm a full-time creator. I'm a full-time meditation guide. I do those sessions that I told you about. I'm looking into doing some other things. There's some other stuff on the horizon, but anyways, I'm full-time in my purpose. I'm full-time in my embodiment of myself. I am quite literally dedicated and devoted to being who I am. And to me, working for someone else has always been like a bridge where it almost feels like, you know, when I'm working for myself and doing what I want to do, I'm on my land mentally, metaphorically. It's like I'm on my land, and then if I go work for someone else, it's always felt like I go cross over a bridge. And in the beginning, it never felt too painful, especially with my first few part-time jobs. You know, I walk over that bridge go on to this new land for a couple hours, come back to my land, all good. But there have been some positions I've been in with work that have felt so anyways, back to the now and the future. I don't want to go too far into that because it's something that I do not wish to create, and I want to put energy into the things that I want to create. So I want to create more of me being on this land that is me. So I'm full-time in my energy. The reason why I started to talk about that is, why did I start talking about that? I wish I could pause and rewind while I'm recording, because I literally have no idea what happened 5 seconds ago. I was talking about all the reprogramming. So I grew up with a lot of pressure on myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself in school, and I am definitely a textbook perfectionist. It's not something I totally don't like about myself. I kind of like my perfectionism sometimes. When applied correctly, it's very magical. Like, for instance, in this moment, I can tell myself that I'm going to be perfect at being real and being true. And if I accidentally say the word elephant and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, never mind, that was way off topic, and I'm gonna go back to the topic, and it's just this weird, like, imperfect thing that happens if my perfectionism was channeled into the intention of I'm gonna be real. You see what I'm getting at? If you can bring the right intention, your perception of self, your energy, your natural state of being will have a place to thrive. So play around with intention if that's something you feel called to do. I feel like it definitely came up for a reason. And so yeah, one of the patterns that I'm moving out of is that pressure, and it came to me on Sunday. I had gotten an email from one of my favorite people that I've ever interacted with on Instagram. This person's name is Daniel. He created Color Me Crazy, and he has a newsletter. I'm subscribed to the newsletter. I got a email from the newsletter. I read it. It was amazing as usual. And in the newsletter, he shared that he was going to be live on his Instagram account at 8 p.m. So I set an alarm. I knew I wanted to be in that live. It was a question and answer. I was one of the first people in the live. I was the first person to type a question. So I was the first person that got to get my question answered, which was amazing because he talked so much and gave so much that he only answered 3 questions. So I felt really proud of myself for deciding that this was something that was important and showing up for myself. That helps my relationship with myself so much. I feel like so many of us can probably relate to this, but it's just like we serve each other so much and serve these ways of thinking and ways of being that aren't really resonant to us. And finally coming home to who I am, it's like obligations can be so enjoyable. Like in the past, anytime anything was planned at a certain time and a certain day, it was like, no, I don't want to do that. And I always thought that I just don't like planning. But now when I put stuff in my calendar that I actually want to go with, stuff that actually resonates with me, I'm excited to show up. And I show up with my full being. I used to be so hard on myself for not showing up as my full embodiment and not fully being present and not being on time and complaining, but it was really my mind, my body, my heart and soul, all of me trying to communicate with myself, hey, I don't want to go to this thing. This thing doesn't resonate with me. We live in a world that's full of so many possibilities. Why not choose the possibility that's going to make you feel the happiest, the healthiest, the wealthiest, the version of you that's actually you? And I say the version of you that's actually you in place of the best version of you, because there is no best version. There's just the version that you are here now. So how can you be the version of you that you are here and now, to the highest expression, to the most? Anyways, back to my Sunday night. I watched the live and I asked about scheduling content creation, because I don't schedule any of my content creation at all, ever. Sometimes things are planned. If you can count me planning on singing a song that I just wrote literally a couple minutes ago. I just wrote it and sang it a bunch of times and knew that I wanted to share it and knew that I wanted to talk about all of what led up to me making this song, and I know this is the video I want to do, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm really happy I'm here. And that's how I create. That's my process. And I previously thought there was something wrong with that and was trying to work on it to change it, even though it makes me happy, even though I'm literally overjoyed by how things are going. But it should change, because it's not normal. It's not something I've ever heard of. And that's why I am so happy that I choose to talk to a group of people like you with all the tools that I have, using all the tools that I have to talk to as many people as I can when I have the energy to do it, because I'm out here doing things that genuinely make me happy. And I think as a person that's here doing things that genuinely make me happy and being dedicated and devoted to my happiness, I think it's so important to show that. It's so important to show that, because I don't see it enough. And I know that we need more happiness. We need more of us doing what we truly love to do. So back to my old self thinking I need to change and I need to schedule some content creation, because how am I gonna have control of my career if I never make a plan? Thankfully, Daniel was the perfect person to ask this question to. I'm so excited to tell you the answer that he gave. I'm gonna paraphrase it. I actually have notes on it, and I think I'm gonna pull those up right now so that I know that I told you everything that I needed to tell. I could always share it in another piece of content, but in this piece of content, I gotta give you everything that I possibly can, because that's my style, all right? So one of the things he told me was to get right with your well of inspiration. To, like, what I hear when I heard him say that is, when I hear myself say that right now, I hear, feel good about yourself. Feel good about where your ideas come from. Understand where your ideas come from and feel good about that. And that was really amazing. And he talked about reflecting on my own experiences, my own realizations, doing something totally different and seeing how it inspires me. Don't put pressure on your source of inspiration or your creative process. What is you? Share that. People are tired of the same cookie cutter content. Don't bait people. Just be yourself. Let people be about the real you, who you really are. New Earth is authenticity, honestly. New Earth is authenticity, honesty. Believe in what it is that you're sharing. This is all from notes that I took during his live video. So thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you to Color Me Crazy. I'll put his Instagram in the description box if you want to look at the content he creates. It's really cool. He has a lot of reels with Abraham Hicks, like, clips in them. You just have to go see them. They're good. But yeah. So I asked a question about scheduling my content creation, and his answer had nothing to do with scheduling at all. It was more about tuning into who I am, sharing that. I remember him talking about how wonderful it is for people to like content that is actually me, instead of me creating stuff that maybe isn't exactly, like, maybe I'm trying to be someone that a lot of people like, and then if a lot of people like that, it's not gonna feel as good, it's not gonna be as real, versus me just showing up and just being myself. I'm like, okay, yeah, that really resonates. I was so happy to hear that, and I feel like him and I interacted at this point where I was trying to go back into these old ways of changing myself to get a dollar, changing myself to get a paycheck, changing myself to get to like a new level, when it's really like the level that I'm on is delicious. I'm not trying to leave it. Like, I'll evolve naturally because it's God's plan. I'm good. All I have to do is be in my happiness and be aware of the truth of the energy within my body and doing what I need to do in order to maintain that vitality, to keep the life force moving through me, to keep my chi healthy, to do everything I possibly can to have the most enjoyable experience that I can have here. And if making videos is enjoyable for my personal experience, that's what I'll do. If running around and laying in the grass and singing all day is the most enjoyable thing, the thing that will make me happy, that's what I'll do. It's this commitment to happiness that is driving me forward. When in the past, it was money, it was like the security of consistent income, like having more known variables, like all of that was driving me. And now that doesn't drive me anymore. That doesn't get me feeling like I'm in the right place anymore. It makes me feel like, yeah, I don't even want to go into how it makes me feel because my mind is so headstrong on, I'm here right now, I'm making a video, and all the things that I desire are unfolding from this. So, I have a prop here for my song. I feel like I have a few more things to say about that topic. So, I might go into it, but I also am preparing myself to sing the song that I wrote today. So, basically what I wanted to say to kind of summarize everything, not really summarize it, that's not even what I'm trying to say. I wanted to say something, I am about to say something that brings us from Sunday to Thursday, because this is happening this week, Thursday, May 30th. So Sunday happened, I had that great conversation with Daniel. I had 2 questions for me come through for me to journal with every day. So I've been journaling with that. It was, what do I want and what am I calling in? And I've been journaling that every single morning. Like, yeah, like what do I really want? What is actually important to me? And what am I calling in today? Because if you guys have seen, there's another video where I talked about this, but I'll talk about it again. I love to manifest the stuff that I can manifest now and today. Like, yes, there is a massive beach house on my vision board, but the picture of the beach house that I'm got on my vision board, it's probably like $11 million or more. I don't even know. It's definitely in the millions. It's like $1 million beach home. And yes, I will live in $1 million beach home one day. But when it comes to my daily practice and my journaling and my meditation, yes, I can do some of that and do some like goals that, I mean, it can happen at any time. Someone could give me a beach house to live in tomorrow. It could happen. I don't know. But, like, I'm not trying to box it in with the timeline. But I do like to manifest things that are in alignment with where I am now. I'm living in a beautiful home now. That I do love this home. I've got love for it. And there's really beautiful trees. Trees that I have deep, intimate relationships here. And I'm not trying to leave these trees tomorrow. So, like, visualizing the house is cool, but it's like future. But when I can say, what am I calling in today, and visualize stuff for my day, that's really magical and that's really cool. So that's a part of manifestation that I always like to highlight because it's important to me. It's important to me to manifest the little moments and the little emotions that I like to feel and being that version of me that I truly am. Sunday happened, Monday happened, Tuesday happened, Wednesday happened. I did create something, but it you guys won't ever see it, sorry. It's for my eyes only, but yeah. But I don't know, it wasn't until today when I wrote this song that I was inspired to speak to you and share with you and be with you in a way that I knew would be on your screen soon. So here we are. We made it here together. Hello, it's Thursday, May 30th. I'm singing a song that I wrote. I have been a songwriter since the age of 7 that I can remember. I believe that I was age 7 when I wrote my first song, but I'm not entirely sure. Childhood is a blur. This song is about childhood. I heard the first few verses of this song inside me today, and now I'm gonna sing it for you. And I just want to take a moment to set an intention. I'm singing this song to you simply because I love it. I love song, I love singing, and that's why I'm here doing it. It's literally just for the love of the moment, for the love of the art, for the love of the craft, for the love of the creation process. That's why this is here. Thank you for sharing with me. Oh, this is the prop. It's a microphone, but I don't have it plugged into anything, so it's a okay. It's just for me to feel more like I'm singing, because microphone singing, goes together. But it definitely makes me feel professional. It makes me feel official. It gives me a boost. It raises my vibration. But I would like to get it plugged in so that you could get that microphone level sound quality. We'll see how it goes. But the plug is for, yeah. Anyways, here's my song. I miss that little girl whose eyes lit up the world. I'll never be her again, but inside me, she's my friend, that little girl. She sings in her own special tone, a vibration Earth has never known, creating happiness with a smile you can't miss. I miss that little girl. Her mind a blessing to the world. She won't always do what she's told. She's bold and fearless. Wish she could hear this. That little girl. I miss that little girl whose heart loved the whole world, asking for nothing in return. Not yet does she earn, she's satisfied, immune to lies. Truth is all that she knows. She feels love from head to toe. She's weightless until life brings her down. The kids at school tell her she's wrong. Mom and Dad laugh at her song. She's falling, that little girl. I'll never be her again, but inside me, I'll remember forever she's my friend. I was her. And with that, I say goodbye, and I am hopeful for a moment forward in time where we are here together again, connecting, sharing, bearing our hearts and souls, talking about what's real, sharing the way we feel. You and I are meant to be exactly where we are. Don't ever doubt your ability to shine like a star.